Shalom, brothers and sisters. Today I just want to touch on an amazing thing you might have heard of before, but I think just need to hear if you haven't heard it. The artist's signature. Dr. Isaiah Rubinstein. Okay, listen carefully. In the year 1986, when most of you hadn't been born yet, I was already a doctor and a scientist in the Weizmann Institute of Science. I researched the DNA mainly of mice, monkeys, and humans, 18,000 tissues of liver, kidneys, muscles, and even a human eye. I inspected them under a microscope. This is his testimony of what he found. The optic microscope can magnify up to 10,000 times, and the digital microscope, on the other hand, can enlarge up to 1,000,000 times. This lets you really enter inside the cell. Using the computer software, Dr. Rubinstein asks questions leading to his discovery. What is the force that holds the DNA attached? The software responds that sometimes there is a sulfuric bridge which makes sure that the DNA stays attached. When does the bridge appear? There are 4 nucleic acids which are the basis of the DNA chain: A, T, C, G. The sulfuric bridge appears in the following manner. Every 10 acids, there's a bridge. Every 5 acids, a bridge. Every 6 acids, a bridge. And again, every 5 acids, a bridge. The meaning of 10, 5, 6, 5? This is the numeric digits of Yahweh, the name for God in the Hebrew Bible. Our Heavenly Father is in our DNA. Like a Rembrandt with a signature at the bottom of the artwork, God tells us, I made you. Our Heavenly Father signed His name in every cell of your body. If you look here, you can see the bridges holding it together on the left. 10, 5, 6, 5, and it begins again. 10, 5, 6, 5. For in Him all things were created, things in heaven and on earth, visible and invisible, whether thrones or dominions or rulers or authorities. All things were created through Him and for Him. He is before all things, and in Him. Jeremiah 1 verse 5. Before I formed you in the womb, I knew you. Before you were born, I sanctified you. I ordained you a prophet to the nations. Psalm 139 verse 13 to 14. For you formed my inward parts. You covered me in my mother's womb. I will praise you, for I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Marvelous are your works, and that my soul knows very well. John 1 verse 3. All things were made through Him, and without Him nothing was made that was made. God made us. He placed His signature stamp in every single cell in your DNA, and His name is what holds it together in that perfect bridge, screaming that He is the author of our creation. And the enemy wishes to distort this at the very DNA level with their transhumanism and the changes they're bringing about. They wish to disrupt and remove this proof that His name is in there in the first place. But God has already shown that He is God. And this, that He is not just on our breath all the time. Every time you breathe, you're saying Yahweh. But He's actually signed into your DNA, on your person, in every single cell. We serve an almighty, amazing God. Have a great day. Shalom.